Hello, Galaxy. I'm Chris Pirillo, and I'm confused. Not because of you or the live stream, but I thought something was going to happen over here, and it didn't. But that's okay. It's all good. Everything's normal. Everything's fine here. How are you? Just did a live video stream in my personal channel, and one of the things that was a little concerning was 3D printing with Heath, who, as you very well know, has been pretty active here with a lot of the live streams that we've done with Star Wars Radar. He he mentioned in comments that some people weren't happy with his Rainbow Vader, and I suppose like Star Wars purists would be upset. But like, I look at this and I think, well, what's not to like? Like, okay, apart from Chris having like too bright of a screen to show you, like seriously, what's not to like? That's amazing. I love that. Like, it's different. You would never find that on a store shelf. I mean, yeah, there are plenty of black Vaders out there, obviously. And sometimes you see in different colors, like in the holiday season, like red. I've seen red Vaders. But like a rainbow Vader? Like, it's awesome. So the first thing I want to do is make sure I give a shout out to 3D Printing with Heath. Thank you again for your support. And I really can't wait to get whatever 3D printed Star Wars thing you're going to send. Before the live stream started, Anime Worldwide LLC had been commenting. He said, when you start, I have a question I'd like to ask if you have no problem answering. My question was, if you don't mind, how long does it take to make the custom emoji? Also, Darth Maul. Oh, a Darth Maul emoji would be great. I see. I was like, Darth Maul. I'm like, was that a question? Because YouTube cut off the character count. So I ended up using the icons. This is if you're a member of this channel or my personal channel, you can use like Star Wars emoji. And I think that those particular icons are from, like, I want to say they go all the way back to when Mac OS was known as Copeland. Give me a second. Let me see if you can actually download them. Copeland Mac OS icons. Oh wait, it was in that kind of theme. If you can even find it. Hang on. Star Wars. Oh, if I can spell it right. No, apparently I can't spell. Star Wars icons. If I can find who made them, because they're like these were like made so long ago. It may even have been Icon Factory. Oops. Star Wars Icons, Icon Factory. There you go. Icon Factory. And I want to say this is done in the theme of Copeland from long ago. If you look for the Icon Factory, Star Wars icons, you'll be able to download them. They may be available at Icon Archive at this point, but this is back in the day when like 3D was really, I mean, it was icons could be tweaked back in the day, and 3D wasn't easy to necessarily achieve, certainly in the 32 by 32 pixel space. But they did a whole like Star Wars 2 icon sets. I want to say some other people did like Phantom Menace icon sets in a similar kind of 3D style. But I want to say it was originally Icon Factory that did them. And it looks like after searching for a qualifier, Icon Factory, they got pulled up. So there you go. So you can download them, you can use them, have fun with them, collect them, trade them with your friends. I ended up too. Sometimes I forget to make the videos in this channel public, and so I was caught behind. I went downstairs to grab a bite to eat before starting the stream in between the streams, and I'm having problems, I guess, with YouTube adding something to another playlist. But okay, let's try it this way. So you say that 3D printing with Heath deserved it. You know, the promotion? Yeah, I agree. You got blocked from one group? Are you kidding me? Hang on, I'm sorry, I'm zoomed in so it like darkens the feed because I don't have a key light, so I just use the screen's light here. Liz finally caught me live. That's funny. It's funny, you finally. I do this like every night, Liz. Are you always busy now? Yeah, wait, hang on. So is he saying that you deserved being ribbed? Because that's not fair either. I think it's great. I love it. I love the creativity. Don't ever be discouraged by detractors, Heath. That's the thing, is when you put yourself out there, some people just, they want to slag you for any given reason, and it's just not it's not fair. It's not fair to you having put forth the effort and done something different. See, that's the thing. You just gotta you've got to be willing to put forth the effort. And when people slag you for that, they're basically saying you made an effort and I didn't. Therefore, I'm going to tear you down. And that happens in Star Wars fandom. It happens across fandoms all the time. But like, to me, I think that you just got to keep pushing forward. I mean, don't be discouraged. Listen to the people that let me put it this way. Like, I'm happy to do these streams, though, it's a small group of people right now, but I love the fact that, we have a vibrant conversation. It's just a handful of us, and it's something that I look forward to because I know it's a supportive little group of people. Then we're just geeking out about Star Wars. So I would say that about anybody who's creating any kind of Star Wars content or anywhere in the fandom. Just push forward. Ignore the haters. Ignore them. It's not fair to fans. Maybe I'm like completely, I'm oblivious to some of the backstory here, but I think a 3D printed Rainbow Vader is awesome. That's me. Who should direct a future Star Wars movie? I don't know. I'd like to see some female directors, personally. A little diversity wouldn't hurt. Beyond that, who would I want to see? I honestly, I'd love to see Spielberg do something now. I would. That would be neat. Okay, so I started opening something that I got the other day, thrifting for $3. Some Star Wars stuff. Most of this, not all, is Command, Star Wars Command. But I saw this like right away, like an AT-AT. Oh yeah, I'm in. I loved the Command series of figurines, right there. Boom. Then I also got Snowspeeder. You guys have seen the Command stuff. I wish this would have continued. I know why a lot of fans didn't pick up on the idea, and maybe the cost was just too high. But anyway, I was like, okay, just for a couple bucks, I'll take it. There's also an X-Wing in there. This is definitely not. This is a keychain, an X-Wing keychain. Like a Micro Machine X-Wing keychain. Or maybe it was an ornament? Nope. Hang on. Wait a second. Wait, just wait. Is it an earring? There's this little... Is that supposed to be an earring? Is it like an X-Wing? Like, maybe I should get my ear pierced. What do you think? Huh? Yeah? You feel it? Snowtrooper figurine. I've got a whole box, a bin of Command figurines. A couple Snowtroopers. Then I don't think I had this one. I've got a little kind of like a here. Let me show you. I'm going to take a picture from across the office here, the play shop, and show you. I've got this array. Although our laundry room is on the other side, so you can't necessarily. Sometimes they get jostled back and forth, but I've got this little array of AT-ATs, AT-ATs, right? I blame Kenner. Kenner called them AT-ATs, but from small, larger, all the way up, right? Just on this shelf right back here, across the way. And this one, and including this is in there, the Command AT-AT, but this one I didn't have, and I'm like, ooh, that's different. It's a silvery color, not just a dull gray, and so I don't know who made this one. The head pivots, swivels, turns back and forth and up and down. Let me see if I can find the manufacturer here. Unless someone knows which AT-AT this is, I don't have it. I didn't have it. The legs do not move. Boy, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see who made this one. Does anybody have an idea? It's a silver, small. You can see the sheen there, reflecting off the body. Yeah, I don't know. I know who made it. All right, I tell you. But this was in there. And I'm like, whoa, cool. It's smaller. It's smaller than the command. So it'll fit. This may end up being in that array that I showed you. It may be pretty close to about the smallest one that I have. It's just this is an AT-AT collection. I don't have the big one in here. I don't have the vintage one in here, which I do have complete. But that's downstairs with the vintage vehicle collection. It wouldn't fit on that shelf. But yeah, I just started to get the walkers and just put them there. It's Fred the AT-AT. There you go, Fred. Its name is Fred. And it was made. It looks like a table game token. But anyway, that was in there. So for it's not exactly a full command set, but just to get another walker, I think it was worth it. And to get this one that I didn't have before was absolutely worth it. There was also this is the from 2002 what was the series? There's a Kashyyyk Trooper, but you know the series. I have a few of these figurines too. I know that it's it's like right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't remember. They were really neat. I picked up a whole bunch of them at a garage sale like this, but this was also in the package. So someone who was ever theming this, they did that correctly. And then I got in that package also some like jets, some jet fighters. Less about vehicles from far away, more about hyperlocal vehicles, if you will. But yeah, so I know these are kind of cool little jet toys. I may hold on to them. Maybe Jedi will enjoy playing with them. Little jets, little planes. So not really. I mean, I wouldn't say that I would have gone for these. Now that's the funny thing. I wouldn't have flipped for these necessarily, but I bet you there was another person out there who would have ignored the Star Wars stuff and just got that bag specifically for these planes. That's usually how it goes, though. That's kind of funny. How good of a Darth Maul can you make? Me? I can't. I've done face painting Darth Maul. Someone painted my face a few years ago. That video's on my personal channel, I think. I'm making John some Star Wars stuff. He loves my work. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, super awesome well, literally, super awesome geek show. It's awesome. So that was there on my desk for the past couple days. And then, I apologize. Oh yeah, my notifications went out. The ones that should have gone out earlier. Sometimes notifications don't go out. That later. I also have this to unbox. Right there. Oh, he's asking Heath. I see. Now it makes sense. Yeah. If Heath could do a Darth Maul. I'm sure there's a model out there. The Anakin Skywalker. I also missed this one in its first run. And I think, yeah, you can see. It also comes with an extra head down there. The Anakin. So I'm going to open the Anakin archive. My first 6-inch Black Series Anakin. Right here. You're witnessing it live on the internet. Like, it's happening. It's happening! It's happening! I apologize if my mouth sounds are annoying. It's been a long day, so. You must be the funniest dad with all these toys. I am here now. Oh, not funniest. Funnest. I thought you said funniest at first. Yes, I am, and I agree. I am the most funnest dad. Although Jedi came into this room, I've got a gate up. She came into this room and started going through my drawers, and she found a chocolate. So she's gonna ask about that, but I won't be able to give it to her because she came in here without permission. But I know she came in here to get candy, and I was downstairs at the time, and I'm like, they just came home, so I'm gonna have some BB-8 candy. Speaking of funnest, and I didn't hear anything upstairs. I'm like, Jedi's in my room. I told Diane, I'm like, she's in my room. She's like, how do you know? I'm like, she's not saying anything. She's in my room, and she's upstairs, and she's looking for me. So yeah, that happened. So she got upset, and then she had to take a bath. But tomorrow she will get her Disney chocolate. These were chocolates from. They put them on your pillow at the Disney Resort next to Disneyland, right there. And I guess I also had that mint. Huh. Forgot I put that mint in there. Still can't find the Wookiee treats. I don't know where those went. But now you interrupt. You said funnest dad, and then I thought, oh, what else is fun? Candy. So then I reached into my bag to pull out some Dragon Balls. Dragon Ball Z. What are those called? I don't. It's not my fandom. What up, Chris? Sorry you're late. Don't worry about it. Jump right in. We're just geeking out about Star Wars stuff. The reason you did Rainbow Vader is because I followed Chris for 15 years. Thank you. I just don't see it. I don't see it all that often. You know? Where else are you going to find a Rainbow Vader? You can't find it. I don't think they're ever going to sell one. It wouldn't be on brand. So the only way to get it is to effectively get it 3D printed. I'm holding on to these because I've been opening them for the past few days. You know, these. I don't know if I'll ever use them. I doubt I will. And I doubt they're collectible. But the cardboard inserts for the archive. And now that I think about it, I wonder, did I save the other archive figure ones? I don't know if I did. I tend to hold on to them. You know, for no other reason other than they're nice and it's Star Wars, and you know, throwing them away would be, you know, wasted value. I already paid for them. We've got Anakin Skywalker. I hope everyone else has their treats. Hang on. I shouldn't have done that because I could have choked. Speaking of, force choke. I'm trying to ascertain the difference in the heads, and one is definitely more. He's turned. The one that you would have to replace. Here. My head. You can see at an angle the yellow eyes, red eyes, the Sith eyes. So if you want a Darth Vader Anakin, you can have one. Wow. The detail on this hilt is amazing. That is a very detailed hilt. Hang on. I'll do it like all the makeup gurus. No luck in finding the Wookiee candy. No, I have no idea where it is. You're going to Ross tomorrow. Good luck. And God bless. Godspeed. You may find something. It just depends on your area. And it's also contingent on store. That's the thing with Ross. It's like a gamble. Like, I missed a few of the things that I would have wanted to get at the Rosses that I hit, either because someone else got there before I did, or they just didn't go to those stores. It's random. It's completely random. I pulled him out, and he's in this pose. He's like flying in this pose. I'm Anakin Skywalker, and I'm flying around. Wee! I'm doing a loop-de-loop. Whoa, I'm gonna throw up. Whoa. What's the point of having action figures if you can't, like, you know, do action stuff with them? I don't know. Alright, can I... Oh! Speaking of, I forgot to turn off the camera, too. The other camera from the other video. I only have... Which Vader do I want? Which Anakin do I want? There's definitely a difference in the face sculpts. Like a radical difference. One is definitely more disheveled, this one, the Vader, compared to a nicer Anakin who's about to turn. I don't know. I'm kind of tossed up. Usually this is an easy decision. I don't know. I think we're going to go with a friendlier Anakin. The one who hasn't quite turned yet. I was going to mention, I got this, the Ezra Bridger. This is one where I will be swapping the head, because I like the Imperial Cadet helmet. But people have been complaining about the articulation, specifically his leg, hip area. So just be forewarned about that. That's something that may cause you issue. Just FYI. I'm gonna save the Ezra. I'm gonna save it. I don't want to. I've opened up some thrifting stuff, and I've opened up a figure. I also feel I've opened up emotionally. No, I haven't opened up emotionally. I could. It's possible. It's entirely possible. Jedi left her, and I don't think she's gonna wear them, but she left her Yoda ears in here, so I'm just gonna keep them around for the next little while. You know, as the mood strikes, you know, just, you know, put on the. That's what I should have put it on up front. You know, I wore them a little bit in another video I did today too. They wouldn't play very well with a green screen, I don't think. Right? How did Yoda on a green screen? How would that work? Would it work? Yeah, I'm going back and I'm vacillating with the Anakin heads. Yeah, as much as I collect Darth Vader, I'm not sure I like that Darth Vader sculpt as much with this Anakin. And I do believe that the facial sculpt has been updated from the original release, which is, you know, nice to see. I mean, certainly, Hasbro isn't resting on its laurels. You've made Jedi some Star Wars stuff also? Awesome. I am not Panther J.J. Abrams. That said, I had a friend who interviewed J.J. Abrams, and he asked me, he said, hey, Chris, if you had a message or a question to ask J.J. Abrams, what would you ask him? I can't even remember the question I asked, but I recorded it like on a smartphone video. He asked me to record it on a smartphone video. And so I did. I sent it to him, and he showed me JJ's reaction. And at the end of the video I recorded for JJ asking the question, I said, oh, and by the way, if you ever need a stunt double, just call me. And he laughed. He laughed at it. He said, that's good. I'll get his number. I'll get his number. We'll trade numbers. I never got JJ's number. It didn't happen. I didn't think I would, but JJ has seen me. I have stood within maybe 5 feet of JJ at Star Wars Celebration. That was the one around The Force Awakens before it had been released. And that's about as close as I came to meeting JJ. But I'm on his radar. That's like you speaking of Star Wars radar. I'm on JJ's radar. It's never gonna do me any good, but you know it's okay. I'm not Greg Grunberg. I'm blanking on his last. I feel bad now because we follow each other on Twitter. I met him. I ran into him at Galaxy's Edge for like a brief little while. He lost his friends, and like I talked to him for like five seconds maybe, and then that was it. But oh well, Greg Grunberg. He's always in JJ's movies, which is cool. So that's as close as I got to JJ. I'm like 1 degree away from JJ. I don't know if I could be his brother, but thank you. I am here now. I don't think I'm that close. I'm sure people would disagree with that, but I mean, you see something I don't see. I see it differently though. But some people say, "Oh, you look like so and so." I'm like, just because we both wear glasses. It's possible. Yeah, you know, Anakin's balancing pretty well. I'm pretty impressed with this guy. Though I'm not, again, with figures, I'm not necessarily one for the human likenesses. They're getting better, though, honestly. Over the years, facial sculpts have gotten, like, far more accurate. And I think growing up now, I'd think about them differently than I did back in the day when the actor looked nothing like their figure. This one's it's nice. Paint app, the general design, it's very Hayden Christensen, very for a 6-inch figure, or yeah, even smaller or larger at that. That's solid. We've got just a few minutes left, folks, before we hit a half hour, and I continue to drop figures. Apparently other computer accessories that I do not want to drop. Hang on. Okay. Anakin, you will go here for now. Woo. Oh, come on. He's all bow-legged. His knees, I think, were pre-bent. No, when I pulled them out of the package, that's what it was. I was like, well, how are they pre-bent? I'm like, that doesn't even make any sense. Well, now it makes sense. I pulled him out of the package. I bent his knees. Bend the knee. So they say in Game of Thrones. I know I'm crossing fandoms again. When are you doing the podcast, Chris? I haven't. There's so many Star Wars podcasts out there. Just doing another one. One of the reasons why I like doing the live show over a podcast is because A, it's different. B, no one gets stressed out because they miss it. It doesn't go, onto a never-ending list of podcasts. Though there's a value in that. I guess I prefer live stuff. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever going to do a podcast again. Not Hypebot. Panther. Thank you for hosting. I do appreciate that. And how you doing, FRX Jonesy? Have I thought on Star Wars topic? I'm not sure I quite understand the query. You may need to clarify there, if you don't mind. I would appreciate the clarification. Star Wars is a great general topic, certainly. You know who's missing? I'm going to say it. Cheesy Sword. There are a few other people too, but like Cheesy Sword. Where's my fun fact of the day? Cheesy Sword. Where's my fun fact of the day? And I don't have a fun fact of the day. I did have a couple other things that hit my radar today. If you don't mind me pulling them up. Color on the screen, you're going to see reflection. It's not going to be white as it has been. Let's see here. There's an Easter egg. Sorry if I go dark because I got to zoom in to be able to read it. There's an Easter egg at the, where you build the droids, like the big droids in Galaxy's Edge. There's an Easter egg where the separation of the parts in the conveyor belt they separate by 1138. It's a little Easter egg. I don't think I ever would have caught that detail. That's a level of detail. So nice little tons of Easter eggs I'm sure to be had at Galaxy's Edge, no doubt. And then another thing that had been, I would say, not on people's radars, but we have certainly been talking about it. I'm blanking. Galaxy of Adventures. Now I know it's time to start winding down. Galaxy of Adventures has caught a lot of people's attention for good reason. Like it's great animation. I would say it's great story, but it's the same stories we've known, just kind of a retelling of the stories. So let's see here. Anything else on my radar? Those are the two big ones that I saw today. Specifically the Jedi versus Sith. I'd replay it for you, but I don't have the rights to do that. Jedi versus Sith, Galaxy of Adventures. And if you haven't even, I assume everybody here has watched them, or watched at least one of them, because they are absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic in every way, shape, and form. You like? It's kind of like a hidden Mickey, the 1138s, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if another 1138 is there, but finding it, may be the trick. You have to have an eye for detail. Finding hidden Mickeys is easier when you just kind of stumble upon it versus kind of ostensibly like just looking for one outright. Inevitably, just stumbling upon the Easter egg is the best way to find one. Like, you'd probably go mad just looking for every possible Easter egg. Like, I remember, I wouldn't say this is an Easter egg, but I didn't take pictures, and I noticed it. There were tracks on the ground, like bird tracks or animal tracks at Galaxy's Edge, and apparently there are tracks that are basically molded into the ground. There are astromech tracks, animal tracks in the ground. It's really neat. I'm like, that's an interesting level of detail. Not exactly an Easter egg, but you could look anywhere and inevitably find something that is just indicative of the immersion that you have at Galaxy's Edge, which I've said before. I'm going to start winding down, but I Am Here Now asks, do you have a suggestion for what order to watch all Star Wars movies, including the animated series? Since you're asking about animated series, I'm going to say 4, 5, 6. Gonna say it. 4, 5, 6. Then I'm going to say 1, 2, The Clone Wars, like The Clone Wars, 3, Rogue One, Solo, 7, 8, 9. That's my feeling. Anybody's, welcome to differ. That's off the top of my head. That's how I would do it. Well, actually, sorry. Let me insert. Let me do the prequel again. 1, 2, The Clone Wars, 3, Rebels, Rogue One, and then on. Yeah. So you got to Rebels, and so wait. Then it would be. I got to redo the. I got to redo the sequel trilogy. 7. No. Resistance. 7, 8, 9. I would watch Resistance before 7. It's true. I would. Thank you, Clear Space, for reminding me to mention Rebels. I forgot that, and I forgot Rebels and Resistance. I remember the Clone Wars. There's no wrong way. There's no wrong order. Inevitably, just watch. Rogue One would be your first movie? Oh, no. See, now I guarantee after Cassian Andor, the television series out, I'm probably going to recommend watching that series before Rogue One. Rogue One just lost so much because we didn't have enough character development, in my humble opinion. That's me. Thank you, Sensei Piccolo, for following. Nonsense. Okay, hang on. I don't even know what the word is. It shows you how much of a noob I am. I'm just going to take it as a compliment. I'm just going to assume it's a compliment. Oh, I forgot I'm wearing the Yoda ears. I don't walk around with those on. I could walk, honestly, at home, I could walk around with those on. No one would notice. No one would be any wiser than they were. Seriously. Oh, I need to tell everybody before I forget. ThinkGeek is having, their final sale. 75% off everything on their website right now. Every single thing is on sale. Hang on, what is that emoji? Well, those are cool emoji, dude. I don't know what those are, but man, those are really cool. It is definitely, I've heard the word before, I just don't have context for it. I don't even know what the emoji are, but man, those are awesome. I'm blanking, man. Why am I blanking? It's been a long day. I was just talking about it and I forgot. Dragon Ball Z. Oh, hang on. Is that the reference to my Dragon Ball Z BB-8 candies? Is that what you're talking about? Star Wars Galaxies. Haven't played it. Galaxy Adventures. I've watched. Galaxies. I have not played. I started to, and then ultimately just kind of peeled away. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and start winding down. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in, certainly, and telling me what was on your radar. Interacting, having fun, talking, chatting, missing Cheesy Sword. I don't know if he's going to see the broadcast after the fact. But next time we'll have to tell him, hey, we missed you, man. Hope everybody has a good Friday evening or whatever time of day this is for you. It's always Christmas morning with Chris's Star Wars toys. It is. It really genuinely is. Dude, come on. If you saw this thrifting, would you not get it? Would you not grab it? Come on. You can have fun Star Wars stuff and save money at the same time. So speaking of you mentioned 75%. Grab something for ThinkGeek. I ended up getting a lot of Star Wars stuff, 75% off. I'll have another haul upcoming, but it is absolutely the time to get it. I don't think it's going to drop any lower. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. I'm going to wrap things up. I'll see you again on Monday. Maybe Monday is the day that I'll do this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it on the weekend, but stay tuned. I'm going to do some live Lego building and putting together because I really want to get this this Emphas Nest out of the box, put together. Can't wait. Love the figures. Any Star Wars figure I'm a fan of. Any one of them. I'll take a Star Wars figure over anything. I love you. I appreciate you. But at this point, I'm going to leave you to your own devices. May the Force be with you always.